Week 10 just finished up, and I went an unspectacular but still solid 9-5 on my predictions. And really it should have been 10-4, but I'll get to that. Without wasting any more time, let's just get right on to Week 11. The Giants, Panthers, Buccaneers, and Cardinals are all on a bye week, and we'll be starting with the Commanders at the Eagles on Thursday Night Football. I feel like the Eagles are one of those teams that's kind of gone under the radar this season. When I think of the Eagles, I don't think they're anything special, but they're 7-2, and really they're a Saquon drop away from being 8-1. Make no mistake, I'm not calling the Commanders frauds, but they haven't looked quite as good in recent weeks. And although they played the Steelers tough, and the Steelers are a very good team, they're coming off of a tough loss. Because this game is played in Philly, I'm gonna give the edge to the Eagles 26-24. Now we have the Raiders at the Dolphins. The Rams-Dolphins game is what I was alluding to in the intro. I fully expected the Dolphins to win, but I still picked the Rams just so that I'd be satisfied with either outcome. If the Rams won, my prediction would have been correct. But if the Rams lost, I would have just been happy they ate shit like they deserve. And that's exactly what happened. If it sounds like I'm a little too harsh on the Rams, it's because I am, in fact, a hater. Deal with it, it's my channel, I can say what I want. And I can say with confidence that the Rams are dog shit. But that's not to discredit the Dolphins, and against a Raiders team that's struggling, to say the least, I think they should win comfortably 27-14. Now for the Browns at the Saints, and this is a pretty tough game to pick because I never really want to buy into Derek Carr, and due to Jameis Winston's volatile nature, the Browns are very unpredictable, which makes them ripe for an upset every week. But I'm still going to take the Saints to win at home 21-17. Now for the Colts at the Jets, and I can never really get a read on the Jets. It seems like every time they're coming off of a soul-crushing loss, they somehow win a game they have no business winning. And every time they're coming off of a big win, they immediately get brought back down to reality. But the Colts don't exactly look threatening, so I'm going to take the Jets to pick up the win at home 24-21. Up next is the Vikings at the Titans, and it looked like we're seeing some of the Jets Sam Darnold again. Very bad. Very stinky. It was certainly not pretty for the Vikings. Against a bad team like the Titans, I feel like the Vikings should win by default, but it honestly wouldn't surprise me at all if they upset the Vikings here. I'm still gonna pick the Vikings to win ugly on the road 17-14. Now for the Packers at the Bears, and the Bears are a mess, while the Packers are all fresh and rested after their bye week. I think there's no contest here. Give me the Packers 24-16. Now for the Jaguars at the Lions. And last week I said the Lions would make a statement against the Texans, and in several ways they did, just not quite how I expected. After people were clamoring for Goff to be considered in the MVP conversation, he went and threw 5 interceptions. That's Nathan Peterman territory, folks. But the Lions showed that they can battle through adversity and find a way to win when they have no business winning. And so despite the ugly first half to put themselves in that position, it was really commendable to see them come back. Against a hapless Jaguars team with Mac Jones at quarterback, I think the Lions bounce back and win comfortably. I'll take the Lions 30-17. Now for the Rams at the Patriots, and I've already talked my shit about the Rams. But against a bad Patriots team, I do expect them to win this one. I know the Patriots looked good in a win against the Bears, but the Bears are a dumpster fire right now, and I think that says more about them than the Patriots. I'm gonna take the Rams to win 20-17 on the road. And up next we might have the game of the week, the Ravens at the Steelers. This is a rivalry that never gets old, and with the winner taking control of the division, this game has some high stakes. The Steelers always seem to give the Ravens fits at least once per year, and I think that'll be the case this game. With this game being played in Pittsburgh, I think the Steelers are going to take it 24-20. And now for the Seahawks at the 49ers. If you're wondering why I'm such a hater on the Rams, and the 49ers for that matter, it's because I'm a Seahawks fan. And as a fan of such a painfully average and underachieving team, I've got to get my licks in whenever I can. Unfortunately for me, I think I'm going to have to keep my mouth shut next week because I fully expect the Seahawks to completely shit their pants. I think the 49ers are going to do practically nothing of note and still win 27-16. Now for the Falcons at the Broncos, and this is one of the tougher games to pick. I think the Falcons are on fraud alert after losing to the Saints, whereas the Broncos were robbed of a win against the undefeated Chiefs because of a fluky special teams play. A quarterback leading his offense to a measly 16 points and getting bailed out by a fluky defensive or special teams play? Are we sure Tom Brady retired? Maybe he just plays for the Chiefs now. Jokes aside, I'm actually going to go with the Broncos here. I think they're going to shut down the Falcons' offense and win 24-17. Now we have the Chiefs at the Bills, and if Ravens-Steelers isn't the game of the week, I feel like this surely will be. The Chiefs remain undefeated after the aforementioned field goal block, and the Bills won ugly against the Colts, but have otherwise looked dominant for most of the season. Call me crazy, but I'm actually gonna go with Buffalo here. The Chiefs certainly have the Bills' number in the playoffs, but Josh Allen and the Bills have actually beaten the Chiefs in the regular season multiple times. And the Chiefs seem due for a loss after treading water for so long. I'm gonna take the Bills to win at home 23-20. And on Sunday Night Football, we have the Bengals at the Chargers. I'm about to say what might be the dumbest thing you can say as a football fan. Are you ready? I'm buying into the Chargers.
You stupid.
Now I know what you're probably thinking. Everyone says that about the Chargers every year, and then they always stink. And while that may be true, just trust me, it'll be different this time, guys. It's gonna be different this time. I'm probably gonna regret saying all that. I'm certainly not counting out the Bengals, but the way I see it, the Bengals have an elite offense and the Chargers have an elite defense, but I believe in the Chargers offense a lot more than the Bengals defense, or whatever it is the Bengals do out there. I don't know if you can really call it defense. But with all that said, I'm gonna take the Chargers to win at home 27-24. And finally, we have the Texans at the Cowboys on Monday night. The Texans choked away that Lions game in depressing fashion, but at least they showed they can hang in there with the big dogs. As for the Cowboys, oh boy. Yeah, they got their shit pushed in by the Eagles in their home stadium. And I don't think this result will be much different. Give me the Texans to win on the road 24-13. And there's all my picks. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe. I really do appreciate all the feedback and support I get.